So Jordan is 5 years old, um, and he was born and raised here in the Eugene Springfield community. He is, well, he should have started kindergarten um, in September, but we found this medical diagnosis out right before. He has an older brother named Jace. He's just turned 12 yesterday. Um, Jordan is a outdoorsy boy. We love Central Oregon. And so Jordan loves to be out on his quad. He likes to ride a quad. He likes to um, just run around the property that we frequent over there. Um, he loves to go up to dad's hunting stands with him. He loves all things outdoors. If that kid could sleep outdoors, he would sleep outdoors. Um, he loves soccer. He was supposed to start soccer um, with an amazing little team out in our little community of Veneta. And but we told him he'll power through this and then hopefully he can play soccer in the spring. But Jordan is a caring, loving, witty, very funny, very smart little boy. He's like the light of our life. So I could probably talk for hours about how much and how many people that care about him and love him. Um, he's a very, very special little boy.
He's he's typically the center of attention when he enters a room. When I was dropping him off at preschool, I mean that was everyone looked forward to Jordan arriving every morning. I think they were pretty bummed that he was moving on to kindergarten this year.
Yeah. His teachers loved him. Everybody knows Jordan, and Jordan knows everybody. And he's just the sweetest little boy with the biggest imagination. Um, he could sit and play with toys in a room or outside for hours and hours. He just has a really good imagination. And
Wow.
he's he's he'll be 6 at the end of this month. But he's a very special boy,
When
full of
is his
energy.
birthday?
October 29th.
Mm.
Yeah.
And mom and dad, when did you notice that something was off? What signs did you have something might have been going on?
It was the Saturday. Um, it was one of the last Saturdays of August. It was so the 25th, 24, 20, like August 23rd. It was a Saturday. He was running around all day with his cousin over in Central Oregon, and it was really hot that day. And he wound up with a really bad headache that night when it was time to come in and wash up and kind of get ready for bed. And I thought maybe he was dehydrated. And so we, pushed a lot of fluids on him and gave him some meds and kind of did some cold compresses because he was just so hot running around all throughout the day. But it was a pretty intense headache. He's never had a headache like that before. And so I was concerned. I'm kind of I don't know, I'm always concerned about odd things like that, but that was a lot for him. And then it subsided, but he still had a dull headache the next day for the next 2 days, actually, Sunday and Monday. The headaches were a little bit worse in the morning. Um, and we would give him some Motrin and then it would just kind of subside, but still a dull headache. And then Tuesday, August 26th, he again woke up with a bad headache and he just wasn't himself. He's usually running around like constantly. And he was just kind of more woke up, wanted to just chill and go down, sit on the couch and just hang out. Um, and then I had a work meeting that morning and his headache got worse as we drove into Eugene from Veneta. And finished up with a meeting, and then we went into the mall to do some back to school shopping, and he complained of a pretty bad headache again. And then we walked into the Valley River Mall, and he actually vomited in there. We had made he was drinking a ton of water, and so then he vomited, and then my red flags just started going off, and I called his pediatrician, and they were kind of leaving it up to me to take him into the ER or get in with a same day appointment with his pediatrician. And I had made the appointment with the pediatrician, but I just felt like there was something else going on. I called Joel, and I think we both came to the conclusion that it was best to take him to the ER. And then things moved really fast after that. We got to the ER, and they did a triage on him and noticed some irregularities with his heartbeat, and they got him back pretty quickly. Um, but then that's kind of where our world was turned upside down.
In that moment, in learning of his diagnosis, take us to that moment and what you felt.
I mean, the whole world just came closing in on us. I mean, we've seen stories like this, and I always pray for the families that I see going through things like this. And I didn't think we were immune for something like this, but Jordan's a healthy little boy. And when the doctor told us that they had found a mass on his brain, our whole world closed in. And of course, you just kind of go to worst case scenarios, and it's hard not to. There's so much fear of the unknown, but throughout this process, we have really, really leaned on our faith and believe in God as wrapping Jordan in his arms and lending his healing hand. We've got an amazing, amazing family support. We couldn't do what we're doing without our families that's here supporting us and supporting us back home. But it was literally what nightmares are made of. That day we found out, the moment we found out, and all we could do was pray and pray and pray.
Do you know, or what type of cancer is it?
Jordan was diagnosed with a high-grade glioma. It's a very complex case without sharing too much detail about his health, but there's a lot of genetic factors that go into what's going on with Jordan. And I feel like we've had an incredible team locally in Eugene, Springfield, all the way up to Portland. And then clearly the team here in Arizona, in the Phoenix area, is absolutely incredible. And they're going to get to the bottom of why this happened to Jordan.
What are you able to share what doctors are saying is ahead for Jordan?
We are currently in Phoenix at the Mayo Clinic, and he's doing 6.5 weeks of proton radiation, and we don't know what's after that.
There is a GoFundMe out supporting you all, supporting Jordan's journey, health journey. It's gotten a lot of support. What is your response to the level of support coming in from the community?
Humbled.
Blown away. We are definitely not the type of people to ever ask for help. I mean, we have lived responsibly our whole adult life and just never imagined we would be in this situation where the help was so appreciated. I mean, obviously, that's a big stressor when it comes to things like this. We're both employed full time. I've been away from work for about 6 weeks now, 5 or 6 weeks. And I have another at least 6 weeks to go here. And I have an amazing employer who is has been so accommodating, but all around the prayers, the financial support, our employer that has been so wonderful in supporting us through this, and they know we have a long road ahead. Um, I I guess humbled is a really good word. I don't know why I would never expect that type of support. I just I don't know. There's a lot of good people in this world, a lot of good people in this world. And sometimes it's hard for people to remember that there are far more good people in this world than anybody realizes.
And what type of work are you all into, or what line of work?
We're both first responders.
Would you say that the fact that you all sacrifice every day for the community and give your support and um kind of lay down your lives for the community has an impact on this influx of love from the community?
They have been incredible. Our, I guess you could, yeah, our first responder family has been un, unbelievable. But we've had multiple employees battle cancer and significant health challenges, and we just rally. It's our family, and so we really rally around those and their families, and they have done the same for us.
Tell us about your hopes as you look ahead.
The only thing I can hope is that Jordan beats this, and he's a healthy, vibrant young boy that lives a productive, meaningful life and grows to be 100 years old.
Even at 5 years old, he has so many aspirations. He wants to ride a dirt bike. He wants, he wants a dirt bike. He wants to play sports, any and all sports. Uh,
He tells us
honestly, I think he wants to be a police officer.
yesterday he told us he was going to be a doctor and a police officer. So he's got a busy future.
And he's got the
Any
drive to do it, do whatever he wants.
any last thoughts or words to the community, to other families who are dealing with this type of life-changing diagnosis for their child?
All I can say is if you're faithful, lean into your faith, reach out to your friends and family, keep that line of communication open. And I can't reiterate enough that if you're a faithful person, lean into your faith and trust that God is working miracles. And we pray for other families every day. My life has changed forever. I will live the rest of my life supporting families going through similar situations. My lenses have completely changed, and my heart breaks for families going through anything similar to this with their children. I mean, personally, yes, but especially with young children, it just shouldn't be a thing. But unfortunately, it is. And we're determined to help families in similar situations.
What about you, Joel? Any last thoughts?
I think she pretty much nailed it. Whatever we can do, even going forward, to try and help families in similar circumstances to take other burdens off of them while they do nothing but give the care to their kiddo. And then just leaning into your faith, praying, knowing that God's in control and he has a plan.
Well, I want to once again thank you both so very much for being willing to share your story with us, with our viewers. Um, Absolutely appreciate that.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us and share Jordan's story.